Hey guys, Ben Hart here, and we are on the third video of recording the song from home. We've charted, we've laid down some acoustic instruments and a bass guitar, and today it's a good rainy day out there. It's a good day for a cup of coffee. We are going to lay down some tremolo guitar on the old Telecaster, or the Breitling-caster. I built this and I love it. So alright, so we've got the chart here if you've been following along. So we're I try to put some good audio on when I can, maybe so, but like it's just picking up this right now. So there's a little hook thing. I've got the chart here on my iPad. We did that in the first video. A little bit of hum this morning. I'm going direct into a positive grid amp, but I am using a actual pedal, an overdrive pedal called a Plumes. It's not on my pedal board. I also like using these, the ODR1. I love that, but I thought I would try something different today, just see how I like it. I got the volume all the way up, bridge pickup. This is like a raised pole, kind of like 60 situation, and then I roll back the tone just a little bit. And then I don't have, I've got my pedal board over here, but I'm gonna just use the tremolo on the bias effects situation. Let me see here. Just real light. And I'm just gonna supply some chordal and some like bass note things with the tremolo on it, if that makes sense. All right, and then I got a little spring reverb on. I don't try to time the tremolo just completely out with the track. I try to like just kind of do it by ear, but it just is a little bit different. So I'm gonna play this hook with it at the beginning. I think I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna go to a chordal F thing and do it again. The reason why I'm not recording my amp and stuff, one, I got some neighbors, and but that doesn't always stop me, and it's raining outside, so there's no mics involved. So anyway, and this is just straight into an interface. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of play through it here. Let's see what we got. So I'm gonna just do some like just some chordal things. Yeah, so here we go. Let me give that a try. So I can leave this open so you guys can kind of hear this, but I'll try to put good audio on while I can. So here we go. Okay, so first thing off, I've got to really time that. That's kind of like pulling right there, so I got to be right on with that. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can get it. don't really like that. I think I'm recording this now, so I was just gonna do like a pass through, but like I think I know where I'm headed. So I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna pick up right here. And I missed that. All right, let me try that again. I didn't follow my chart. I just made up my own chords in my own head. Here we go. All right, got some 60 cycle hum in there, but that's part of playing the electric, or part of playing single coil maybe. Let me blend these parts in here, and I'm gonna kind of listen to this and see what we got. Maybe we'll lay down a scratch vocal, because maybe I'll need drums after this. Maybe it's time to send it to the drums. So we'll see here. Let me see. Where do I want this to come in at? Alright, maybe right there. Let me hear that point. Let me see. Okay, so now let me hear what this kind of sounds like. I don't like that. Boom, boom, da, da, boom. Let me hear that. I don't know why. I think that's wrong right there. Let's try this. Try this again. I'm not finding my spot. and take up from that. Boom, boom, boom. I think that is right. Let me try that. Let me hear what that sounds like. Let me hear the outro. There it is. Let's do this. Let's record a scratch vocal. Now, I am not the singer that I would like to be, but maybe who is? Maybe like Aretha Franklin or David Phelps or Bruno Mars or somebody like that is. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are happy with what they have when it comes to singing. Most people don't when they hear themselves play back. You don't like it. But, you know, that is what it is. This is a scratch vocal to kind of follow from here on out. Because there could be overdubs, be drums, and you don't have to do this, but like, you know, it can help. And since I've got the luxury of doing this myself, no judgment on this, all right? Here we go. I'm not even gonna put up a pop filter. I'm just gonna watch my piece. This is scratch vocal. Maybe I'll use something out of it, maybe I won't. If it's terrible, you know, we'll find out here. I gotta get the phones up here. All right, I like to kind of halfway have one ear off. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it is what it is. All right, let's try this thing. I'll try to put some audio on where you can hear it, but I will be putting some reverb on afterwards, just a little bit. I'll try not to tune it before you guys can hear it, because really this is probably a scratch vocal. But, you know what, I'm gonna pull up some words even. Let's try that. I know Jesus can take care of me lyrics. Let's see if I can find this. Ooh, C.T. Townsend Ministries has it. Here we go. If you can paint a sunset in the western sky. Here we go. All right. Fingers crossed. Sorry you have to endure this.
Sunset in a western sky. If he can make the sun to rise up in the east, if he can rise up from the grave after dying on a tree, then I know Jesus can take care of me. If he can walk on the water where I am, if he can calm the raging storm when my ship is going down, then why should I worry when I have his peace? I know Jesus can take care of me. He can save the Hebrew children from the fire, if he can rescue Daniel from the lion's teeth, and for the children of Israel he can part the Red Sea, then I know Jesus can take care of me. If he can walk on the water where I am, if he can calm the raging storm when my ship is going down, then why should I worry when I have his peace? I know Jesus can take care of me. If he can walk on the water where I am, if he can calm the raging storm when my ship is going down, then why should I worry when I have his peace? I know Jesus can take care of me. I know Jesus can take care of me.
Let me unengage all that. Back to this audio. All right, so that's what we did today. We laid down some tremolo guitar. I love tremolo guitar. It's just good for the soul. You get to play a Telecaster. I mean, you can do it on any, but I love it on Telecaster. Just love it. Yeah. So anyway, there's a scratch vocal, and I will be putting some reverb and slight EQ on it, but I'm gonna try to leave it raw. I'm gonna play it back here in a second and see how bad it is, but you people that are pitch perfect out there, no hating, no hating. All right. Yes, if my buddy CT could do this, his pitch is a lot better, and he can sing higher. All right, it's all right though. It's all right. It's all right. We have what we have, and we try to get better. That's why I like music. That's why I like instruments better, because every year I can feel myself get better at playing the guitar and piano if I work at it and practice. And vocally, it's like you can get better, but it's kind of like you have what you have. I'm never going to sound, like John Legend or David Phelps, or you kind of have what you have. So anyway, it's a little bit more natural ability involved. Not completely. I know some of you vocal coaches are going to say no to that, but that's kind of the truth, I'm never gonna full voice hit a high C, probably. Just not gonna happen. All right, so yeah, so that's what we did today. So maybe I'll send it off for drums. This does need probably some bigger guitars as well. Like in making a track and production, you have unlimited. Like I'll probably do some like volume swell things, almost kind of like a steel guitar, and also I'm gonna do some big power chords on the choruses because that key change and everything. So we have that still, and I don't know how much overdubby single note things we're going to be doing or not, but yeah, we're just along for this little journey. I'll eventually like get a solid vocal, or whatever I don't like. I'll redo some of that in there or something, and then I'll get my wife Elisa sing alto. Maybe we'll get somebody else sing the other harmony. Maybe we could do a baritone, or we could do a high harmony. We'll see what happens there. So all right, that's enough for that today.